Welcome to the overview for Microsoft Access, Module A, an overview of relational databases using Microsoft Access. What we'll cover in Module A are definitions, file structures, tables, primary keys, forms, queries, and just to let you know, if you find this very interesting, we're just spending 2 weeks with it, but there is a 3-credit course, CMP 123, if you're interested in taking a 3-credit course of Access. So relational databases are a very large collection of data, and there are different database management systems. The one that we'll be using is through Microsoft Access, but there are many on the market. For example, DB2, Oracle, MySQL, and so forth, that are available that companies use for their database management system. We will be using the Microsoft Access personal database system. It organizes your data in easy and accessible format. There will be primary keys for each of the tables that you create, which is a unique identifier, and then we'll use the database designer to structure our information. So Microsoft Access, it can be used by a single person, a small group of people taking turns. There is the sharing that you could use in Microsoft Access, but you must always close out of all of your tables or queries or forms or reports before saving. It's almost like working with sheets in workbook. You have many different sheets in one workbook. You'll have many different objects in one Access, but we set them up one at a time. So the file extensions for the Microsoft Access 2007 Plus will be .accdb. You may see the previous versions .mdb. Just like for Word it was .doc, now it's .docx. We do have access to an OER textbook, and if you look in Blackboard on the left-hand side under course content, you'll see the Access textbook. I also have it placed in Access Module A and Module B under Reading, so you can gain access to that textbook in different locations. This textbook is OER, which is Open Educational Resources, and it is free to use, and we're able to access it through this course and use it for students with no cost to you. Just some chapters will be assigned for reading, but you'll have access to it to look through it on your own. So the Access Datasheet view, it's Datasheet, meaning looking like a worksheet. So it should look similar to Excel with the column headings and then the rows of information. We'll work with adding rows and looking at the data, and we can delete rows. So we'll be looking at this, and it shows here that I have the table course open in Datasheet view. The next screen will show the same information but in design view. So there's the names of the fields. We'll get into the data type later, but it's the same course table. You're just looking at it in design view. Again, you can find the OER textbook on the Blackboard website on the left-hand links. There's also access to files, and these are the 5 files that we'll be working with. Here's the textbook and for access, and then this is the files. And again, I have it in several places so that you can access them quickly. Forms is similar. It's the same course that we are working with, the same table, but what happens in a form, it shows only one record on the screen at a time. There'll be still the 9 records, but you're only seeing them one at a time. A great example would be if you went to the bank and you went to the teller. They would be looking at just your account information, your individual account information. They won't be looking at everyone's. So this is an individual peek at a particular customer. Queries are subsets of the data. So you can choose, instead of seeing all their information, oh, I just need their last name and their telephone number. And then you could run a query with just that information. So you have that under Create, and we'll be working with both Query Wizard and Queries Design. Thank you.